Go, Rich Dickman Rangers.
Go. Yeah, Dickman Rangers.
Yeah.
Dickman.
Cody, I'm standing up.
Oh, that's good. I don't have anything I can put
Yeah.
my mic on. I have my
Standing
fucking
up,
like
and I'm
crane
good.
arm in
Right.
Hawaii that I need to go retrieve and hook up to something. But I got this fancy stand.
I'm going to start drinking.
I got it.
I'm going to make out with this microphone like the old days. Remember, Randy? Remember when I used to do that?
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember it was right whenever I would do this.
Oh, shit.
There it is.
I can dance now. What episode?
288.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Because last week was 287.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last week.
Yep.
Yeah.
1 week ago.
Remember last week? We had a lot of fun. We're going to do it all over again. Hey, everybody. Oh, shit. Welcome to episode 280 of the Rich Dickman Show podcast. It's slightly mediocre. I am your host, Ram. What's again? My microphone stand is moving a lot. I got to tighten that shit down. But we're back again. I'm here with my buddies. Randy's over there. He looks like he's frozen. Cody's going to make a peace sign from Africa. We're going to have a good time tonight. Once more. Go. Randy, what's up?
Oh, my goodness. I can't believe after last week we left on such a cliffhanger that we're back.
Mm.
You know, we're back in the
feels
saddle.
good.
Yellowstone's over. Thank
Feels
fuck.
over.
People were wondering.
Yeah.
After that big argument we had, we were wondering if we're going to make it up.
Yeah.
It took some time.
Mhm.
Took some time this week. We had some sessions
Yeah.
together. We spoke over the phone.
Oral
We
sessions.
video chatted. I know. And Cody hated that. Can you remember trying to get Cody to video chat with us? Let's talk that through. Oh, God.
And he wouldn't show me his nipple.
No.
No.
It was an
Cody, what's up,
accident.
man?
I'm good. I'm happy. Getting this
feeling
episode
good?
out before those New Jersey UFOs obliterate the continent, and
Yeah. It's weird how much happened in the space of 1 week. Like, there's a lot to catch up on.
Yeah.
shitloads.
Like, yeah, so the UFOs, the best theory I've heard is that a dirty bomb went through New Jersey and the government's trying to find it. Or Atlantis is showing itself. I don't know.
It's off of Jersey.
I don't think it's Atlantis. Probably a dirty bomb.
Yeah, there's a class 1
So let's get
Wakanda
drunk about it.
situation.
I've
Oh,
never seen that movie.
damn. They ruined it. I haven't seen the second one. I refuse
yeah,
to
I
watch it
noticed.
because it features female superheroes and nobody likes that.
It's really hard to get
Nobody
that to
likes
sell.
female
I like
superheroes.
English Captain America female, and What If was nice, but that's about.
You just
I like it
shit
because
all
she was
over.
muscular.
You just shit all over female superheroes.
It's
We're back.
it's a male field.
Yeah.
It's a male thing.
This is awesome. Cody's in Alabama and he's been there, and Cody has totally changed his worldview on things, so we can talk about things we agree on now. Where'd you vote?
I didn't vote.
What do you mean didn't vote?
I did not vote. The two places I could have voted always go the same color. So
The most consequential election of our lifetime. I voted in a blue state.
good for you.
And I made a
Good
difference.
for you. I had lunch.
Yeah.
I
okay.
had lunch that day. It was good.
Yeah, I heard an idea.
Vote
Was
if
it
you're in
you,
a fucking
Cody?
swing state. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's it.
I voted in a red state and it didn't matter.
It does.
It went down.
I don't think any.
You voted for the
Missouri's
wrong
probably
person.
the only place I've lived that could flop. I think. I don't know. What about you guys?
Missouri,
Missouri,
it's,
nobody-
yeah, it's red as fuck.
Missouri sucks.
It does. Yeah.
Even though it's red, it sucks.
Misery loves company.
Isn't St. Louis like the most crime? No, Memphis. It's Memphis has most crime. But St. Louis
St. Louis is way up there. Chicago's way up there.
St. Louis
Yeah.
was my summer home when I grew up. I went to
Man,
the
fuck
Six
you for
Flags
that.
there.
Yeah,
My cousin lives there. He's a-
St. Louis
he's
was
a big
great. There
shot.
was the Six Flags. You had the
Yeah.
Gateway Edge, and I remember next to the dirty illegal gambling boat in the Mississippi, there was the dirty legal McDonald's boat that you could just go in and eat a fucking Happy Meal at, like it's nothing.
Yeah.
I ate there. I ate there before it was decommissioned, and I'm proud. I'm you know what? You know what? I can probably say this. I'm probably the last human being on this planet that has been in the Twin Towers and on the McDonald's steamboat. I don't know what that earns me, but I think it's one thing I can say.
Whoa.
What?
You just dropped a bombshell.
What's that?
We can monetize.
I don't know
that.
how or why it's important, but I feel like it's just two rare things
focus,
that
we
are
can.
not there anymore that I have the experience of. And I feel like that makes me almost one of a guy. Let me know. Hey, the millions of viewers of this show, if you've been on the McDonald's steamboat on the Mississippi and the Twin Towers, phone in. Let me know. Cody
feels
McCann
like
on
a
Twitter,
AI
Cody J.
game.
McCann on the Gmail.
All right, there's Rain. Okay, so let's set up what we're doing tonight. We're back again. This is probably the last show of the year because I don't think we're going to be able to get... No, we could probably do one before New Year's, but next week's Christmas. Then unless we change the date.
Gosh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe Sunday.
Yeah.
Next week.
Yeah, let's just do a Sunday.
Next week is Christmas.
Maybe. Yeah, no,
Yeah, it's Christmas.
Randy and I were talking some ideas. Like with my new job, I can do daytimes, certain days.
I can probably.
So I don't know if that works for you, Cody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same here.
But we're regrouping here. We had a rough week last week. We had a big argument. Everybody knows that. I think we've healed from it. Randy, Cody, I would like to apologize for my part in that.
No,
love you both.
no, Rim. It was
Reparation.
not you.
Randy
no,
needs
no.
reparations.
As the main host of the show, it ultimately comes back to me. So I apologize.
Well, you're right about
to
that.
you.
Yeah, you should have really
Yeah.
owned that. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, but I've changed my outlook on life. Look at me, I'm standing tonight. I'm not sitting.
I like.
Wow.
I like the new RAM.
Yeah.
I like. the
I'm
new-
sitting
This is a
harder.
new Rim.
I'm sitting
Yeah.
harder than I was before.
I have this new thing with my hair going on where it's like it's hanging off the side here, and it makes me my
Got a little
my
Adolf
receding hairline
going.
look very
Got
bad.
a little Adolf going.
Yeah, a little bit of that. I'm gonna work on the stash. But so tonight we're just gonna have some fun. Just get back in the rhythm of things and to love each other again after last week. And look ahead to my stand's about to fall off.
Save
I knew this was gonna happen too. Randy, take over while I figure.
All right.
The
so
spring sounds incredibly corroded. Can you hear that at home, audience?
yeah,
to
I
how
can hear the
corroded-
fuck out of that.
You need to hit that bitch with some
Svensson's gonna
WD-40.
email in about this. God damn it, Rim.
I can hear the
Like, we had
motherfucking
everything
corrosion on
together.
that spring.
Yeah, man, you're gonna have to edit that out. Like, you're gonna have to go through. You're gonna have to be like,
It's almost like Rem records in a basement where there's. Hi.
Yeah, you got to
I
record.
got
up
really
in the air.
excited. I got really excited standing up. I was doing
I
my
know.
rock star shit
I
because it's
know.
been a long time
You got to look before you
since I
leave.
did rock star stuff.
There's
Until
some.
you got
there's some-
demoted to bass.
Mhm.
Guys, what do you want to do? You want to get into some internet drama? You want to start shit with another podcast? You guys want to fight with people, or we just want to recap and
I
go
feel
on what's
like
going on? And
Those three things were
I mean,
all the
Randy's got
same
stuff.
thing. Like,
Oh.
do you want to get into a rivalry? Do you want to fight? And do you want to start beef? Where all the questions, like, you okay, buddy? You want to talk something? You want to
Yeah.
talk about it?
like, I'm ready to get honest about things. Like, I don't. give a shit.
How honest
Like,
we
I don't,
getting?
I don't care. I don't
Uh,
fucking whatever.
We got a new
Doesn't matter.
tattoo. Honest? Is that how honest we're being?
I got new flannel pants.
oh my
honest.
god!
So that-
I did not expect
Yeah.
that. I expected no.
I'm wearing my birthday present right now.
oh, look at this. Look at shit.
Oh.
Look at that. My Dickman show.
I'd show you,
I'm in.
but I'm not flexible enough.
I'm all in tonight. I'm all in for this. Randy,
Yes.
real quick. All right. I want to tell you guys something real quick. All right. It's been a while.
Mhm.
It's been exactly 6 days. I don't know if I've told you guys this in the past, but my little one is awesome. And right now he is so into Transformers.
It's a good age.
Not new gay Transformers, but classic awesome Transformers, the 40-year-old Transformers. He doesn't want to watch it.
The one with,
he wants to watch
like,
the old.
Leonard Nimoy and shit. Then
No. Before that.
Before
the movie
Leonard
ruined
Nimoy?
everything. Yes, 84, 85. And when season 3 comes on, he's like, I don't want to watch this shit. Put it on season 2 or season 1.
Hmm.
And that's what
Wow.
we're doing. And he's in.
Quite the vocabulary for such
Yep.
a youngin.
Oh no, yeah, he doesn't give a fuck. He's just like boom. And then my daughter started swearing a lot. I realized that she is so much like me. It's terrible.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I went to college night last night with my son to learn how college works.
Oh yeah, college sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I kind of was never
But-
oriented about this. My family kind of just lied. They told me like, you don't want to be the only person in your family without a degree. Said 2 degreeless people. My dad had a 2-year, but they kind of were like, you don't want to be the first person without one. And they tricked me. I went to college. It sucked. I have a degree now.
Look at you.
It's not.
One good thing about stupid liberal Connecticut, the dumb Democrats did right, was apparently community college in Connecticut is free now.
Oh, it's nice.
Huh.
It's got to be nice.
What?
That's awesome.
What? Yeah.
How can you afford
that's
that? It's
helpful.
got to be the plastic bag tax.
I don't know.
Windmills are killing whales, Rim, and you don't give a shit.
Yeah. I don't understand anything. All I know is that my dream team is coming in January 20th, and I can't wait to watch the world burn around me.
Oh,
It'll be awesome.
It might be an interesting color, the new burning world. You know what I mean? Like, is it going to be white hot? Is it going to be this cool blue? Or are we just going to be on the yellow, pinnacle of everything?
It'll be something.
So Kristen and I were talking about the 19th going to Hammerstein Ballroom to watch GCW, We the People, or Verse the People, or whatever the fuck it's called.
New York?
Yeah. What if I swung up, grabbed you, and we went down to the inauguration and did a live pod?
I don't want to do protests and danger and things
The man
like
gets
that.
shot at
And
a lot.
Yeah, the liberal mind is mental illness, and they're all fucking crazy, and I don't want to be anywhere near any of them getting angry at stuff. So, no thanks.
At the inauguration? You think there's going to be liberals?
Well, no, the protests outside.
Okay.
Oh no, not they'll be doing shit off to the side, where all the hotels and where all the stuff that you do is. So,
the jungle gym for the liberal. Little shop.
Yeah. But Randy, I like the idea if you want to come up this way and
we can watch it live while you're working.
Sure. Yeah, I'll probably take it off. I got to celebrate.
Yeah.
I could probably uncover.
Can he
my
make eggs
picture
less
now,
expensive?
too.
I think didn't he already tap out on that before even taking office?
No, because all these fucking people, not you, but all these dumb people are like, oh, look, he's already backtracking. No, he's being honest. He can't just snap his fingers and
for
bring
him
down
to
the price of eggs.
I don't know.
You got to make the cost of production cheaper.
How do you do that?
first.
You convince the chickens to lay cheaper eggs
Yes.
with a gun?
Yes, it's basically like podcasting, right? Is that you record an episode with your friends talking to the chickens and be like, listen, chickens, I know you don't have the best life, but what you do is super fucking important to the rest of the world, all right? And, your sacrifice is for the greater good of the human race. And I know you're not part of the human race, but, I mean, come on. Like, you guys, let's be honest with each other, all right? So just kind of just lay those eggs. Don't be so expensive, and let's get moving. Let's just get going.
AI is going to replace chickens. I'm calling it.
My question is, I didn't own chickens, but my mom owned chickens on Yield Farm once upon a time. For her, it was just cheaper to buy the fucking eggs. But at the same time, how did eggs get so fucking expensive? Because don't them sons of bitches lay one a day, and you gotta throw them out after 7-8 days?
Something to do with supply and demand.
Why is it
a couple years ago? Do you remember?
Yeah. I remember it was cheap, but why did it get uncheap?
Well, no. So it was cheap up until a couple of years ago when 18 eggs cost $13, which was insane. We saw prices at Walmart for 18 eggs $14.
I haven't seen that yet, but I believe you.
You get a dozen for 99 cents, $1.99, and typically we get 18 eggs for around $5. I don't understand how any of it works. Apparently, there's a supply and demand issue of some sort.
There's an avian flu,
bird flu.
Thank
you, Randy. That's might be doing shit too. But once enough people complained about the really expensive eggs a couple of years ago, they came down immediately. So it's regulations. Got to deregulate.
Yeah,
No
let the
politics, though.
Amish, take care of it.
Yeah, the Amish saved the country. Let them fix everything else. The Amish have the perfect.
They did roll in
society.
at the 11th hour, right? with the votes.
Yeah,
I think I saw that.
yes, they did.
Just fucking buggies rolling up to vote. No ID
with their lights on the back. Yeah, I love the Amish.
Fucking
the best part of the Amish people is that
raisins
they
too
give their
much.
kids.
Go ahead.
And celery. They love
Celery and raisins.
Celery's
You got
a
to
huge deal
fucking
with them.
I don't know.
But if you're Amish,
I'm not.
get it before you become full on Amish. You get a choice. You get to go check out real life.
Rumspringer.
Rumspringer.
Is what it's called.
Yeah, that's it. Rumspringer.
It's fucking wild because here's the thing.
That's a good religion.
Here's the thing. Every so often when I used to work in New York City, I see some people on Rumspringer. And they would literally have the Amish beard, but rocking the casual I Heart New York shirt, the white shirt with a red heart. And I've never seen people so lost in my life. We New Yorkers, just doing their daily grind must look like aliens to the Amish.
Oh yeah. Especially now.
You go into, as an Amish guy, you go into New York City in one day. You've heard 9 languages you've never been exposed to in your life, probably.
Yep. Oh, also big news: vigilante justice has been legalized. Hell yeah!
I don't know how
Boom.
I feel about this.
That was your
I feel
people.
awesome.
I don't.
I
know
feel
how
awesome about it.
I don't because people
Somebody's going crazy.
People are going to
Choke 'em out.
Oh, you're talking about that.
Oh yeah,
That
no,
was-
the murder of the healthcare. That's another. Yeah, the Luigi thing. That's a whole moral thing. I didn't get into it in another show, but that's crazy.
That's my new health
choking out
insurance
homeless
company.
people.
It's got to be a good sign, right?
Yeah,
Got to be,
Maybe
great.
they won't deny as much.
Hopefully they'll let me get the fat shot.
No.
Oh, yeah, no, that's covered under everything now.
Ozempic.
Get it quick before RFK Jr. Tells you have to go to exercise and diet first.
What's that guy's
God.
platform? He's trying to like get rid of seed oils and put beef tallow into potatoes.
He's trying to get rid of the poison that kills us in our food. Look at how fat everybody is in this country.
Yeah, but
It's insane.
when did we start? I feel like we've
I'm
always
fluffy.
been fat. When did we start using seed oils?
No. Cody, look at old commercials. Go on YouTube and look up 80s and 90s commercials. Look how skinny everybody was. It's
right.
also,
It's commercials. You're going to
also
put your
noticed-
skinniest in there. You're
but they don't do it anymore.
right. I think it's a
Everybody's
mental
ugly in commercials.
DEI, like inclusivity,
Yeah.
diversity shenanigan, isn't it?
It's if you just go get on the YouTube and you can watch commercials from the 70s, the 80s.
Why are we
and the 90s,
focusing
you
on
can see the
commercials?
progression? Because I'm
Okay,
getting
sorry.
there. Is they show the progression of society and how we've changed. Right, 70s, early 80s, all business. White people, straight families, not straight. I mean, like
Traditional
defined families,
traditionally
divorced
structured
people,
families.
traditional. Yeah, dressed nice stuff, and a voiceover narrator. Then the 80s, things get a little more party, business in the front, party in the back type of shit, right? But, still traditions and, beautiful people. The 90s, the diversity starts creeping in, right? You see the kid in the wheelchair, you see the black or
Did you
brown
call
people
out
in the
the Burger
commercial.
King kid?
Yeah. No, but nobody's fat in any of these commercials.
Unless it's like
until
a
you get like,
joke,
the 2010s.
right? Unless like it's
Yeah,
a comically like fat characters, like fat Albert.
Yeah, I remember when
Yeah.
Homer Simpson was 300 pounds and that was comically
How did
fat.
that motherfucker afford like a
Homer
two-story
Simpson-
house?
Right. See, that's the American dream. It's gone. But Homer Simpson was comically fat at 250. 300 was when he was gaining weight to go on disability.
Yeah.
it's
So what
it's
he's
insane.
doing? He's getting rid of seed oil, and that'll help people
Well, I mean-
not be fat.
And polio.
So-
He's bringing that back.
What's wrong?
Take
I
a
like
look
not
at
having
two
polio.
products, Cody. Like if you take like a product that's available here in America and over in Europe someplace, let's say, I don't know, not Cheerios, like Cocoa Puffs, okay? And over in Europe, you'll see cocoa, rice flour, some bullshit, and like that's about it. But then in the States, it's soy, wheat, protein, lecithin, polydextrose, monosodium
So he's trying to
cocoa,
so buddy's-
rice flour. Yeah.
Red number
So he's
4.
trying to like Europeanize our groceries, I guess.
Well, just make our food more healthy for us to, not all that bullshit. Like, seed oils, who cares? But beef tallow at McDonald's, please bring that immediately, day one. Let me have those beef tallow fries and fried apple pies again, baby.
That was not so
My
much for the
favorite,
apple
great.
pies, but I do remember something just cataclysmically special about McDonald's fries back in the day. What's the year? When did we stop doing beef tallow and McDonald's fries?
Well-
Somewhere in the 90s.
Yeah, we could always bring in our guests.
Oh, I have a guest.
See what
Yeah.
the guest has to say.
Okay, so let's see. I hit the button and hello. When did McDonald's stop using beef tallow?
Oh, around the early 1990s, McDonald's
Yeah, see?
switched.
Yeah,
Indeed.
He's great.
Oh, did I talk
Yes.
over it?
yeah, that's fine.
I thought
thank
you were
Santa.
holding are you still holding the button?
No, there's no button. It just
Oh.
does it.
Okay. So
He's gotta
early
learn to
1990s.
You're very
Yeah.
welcome. Ho, ho, ho. If you need anything else, I'm here.
Thank you.
Where's here?
Merry Christmas,
In
motherfuckers.
Missouri?
It's the
Yeah.
Christmas episode.
Um
It's a Rich Dickman Christmas special.
Yeah,
Miracles.
we
Yeah,
have Santa.
I like fries that taste like cow, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pro bullshit.
I mean-
I want all the
I mean,
HMOs,
I'm not vegan or dumb shit.
PPOs, GMOs.
See, Randy has started cooking at home. Cody, I don't know what your cooking is
Oh, it's
like
the
here
truth.
there in Alabama, but
Lactose
like, I've been
out.
cooking with butter, olive oil, and bacon
That's
grease.
that's how Amara do it.
Yeah, I put Crisco in and then
No Crisco.
bacon bits before I put my green beans in. So You use the Crisco to fry the bacon, 2 bags of bacon bits, and then 3 cans of green beans. Whatever
All right,
Aldi says.
I'm just happy you're cooking your own meals, Randy, and that's a big step
Every
forward
once
for
in a
you.
while.
Yeah,
I got about 3 under my belt.
He's got a brain worm or something. Why does he
had
no,
one.
that's shit. Stupid people like my mom say that
But
shit.
didn't he say
okay?
that
Those
himself or
fucking-
no?
Yeah, it was. He also left a bear in Central Park, a bear carcass.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember
he also
that, too.
wrestled a crocodile and murdered it after having sex with its mother. I guess I don't know. The
Maybe
guy's awesome.
he's
Like,
maybe
the
this is
Kennedy.
literally what like Teddy Roosevelt Rough Rider was before like you could dissent on social media. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
maybe Teddy Roosevelt was also a stinky guy that just left bear corpses everywhere and had brain worms, but we just don't know about.
I mean, a lot of people have brain worms.
I haven't been tested for brain worms. Have you, Randy?
Right.
It's 7
You
times.
guys don't know. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, my
Cody,
dog
real quick,
had
what's going on
parvo.
with you? Oh fuck.
That's why the last Airbuds movie ended. Did you know that?
My
'Cause the dog died?
current
Like,
dog
all the
is
dogs
a
died from
descendant of
parvo.
Airbud. Oh.
What's parvo?
It's a dog
Parvo is a
disease.
terrible disease. Let's ask Santa.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hey Santa, what's parvo? Explain that to us.
Ho! Parvo, my dear, is a rather serious illness that affects dogs, particularly puppies. It's caused by a virus and can lead to severe gastrointestinal issues.
And death,
Thank
right?
you.
And death.
He's so jolly.
Yes. I'm sorry to hear this topic brings sadness. Let's focus on something that brings joy.
Okay, thank you.
Dismiss
No,
him.
no, fuck you. Be jolly about sadness. Okay.
You're German.
Be jolly about sadness.
If you're feeling sad, remember that it's okay to feel that way sometimes. The
All
magic
right,
of
fuck you.
unplug.
Yeah. All right, Gemini would have been better.
Yeah.
I can do.
Cody.
I got Gemini
Yeah.
too. Just saying.
Cody, what's your deal? Just real quick wrap up because I know Randy's got a lot of stuff we got to get to tonight
Oh,
after
shit.
last week's fight. We didn't get
Oh,
to a bunch
okay.
of stuff. So, like, what's going on with you? You still in Alabama?
Still in
I see.
Alabama. Did Christmas shopping for my family back home. I still want to get at Mara's parents, well, like 1 or 2 things. But this is the first Christmas in 36 years my family's not spending together. And as a result, my mom was just like, fucking cool. And she booked it. She's in Seoul, Korea right now, gambling
Really?
and sightseeing with her friends. Yes.
And smoking.
Probably
Lots of
smoking.
smoking.
I got a picture of her visiting like temples and palaces and shit like that in like Korean, like ceremonial Korean garb. And I'm just like, I don't know if I have a family anymore. It's great. Yeah,
awesome.
it's clearly like this has been on her to-do list for like decades. And she's been given her first like, okay, let's go.
Yeah. Go. Yeah. Like my parents bought an apartment and a car in Italy.
Nice. Those are nice things. Is that recent?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They went September to mid-October. My father stayed to November, but yeah, instead of they go and they go for extended period of time. So my dad bought an apartment, got a car, got it. The car's with a relative right now. Rent out the apartment when they're not there.
Yeah, I was gonna say Airbnb the apartment, tour of the car.
Yeah,
There
Money.
you go.
there you go. Sweet.
Money.
Cody, can Randy? I was thinking about this when I was in the shower the other day.
Weird.
Can Randy and I come to your wedding?
Yeah. Yes, you can.
Right to the point. All right.
Yeah.
Can I be the ring
Okay,
bearer?
sure.
I'll
No.
walk on all fours.
No, you can't.
Randy, don't be weird.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I already weirded it enough. For
I also
us.
feel like
All right.
the aisles are going to be uneven for the wedding because Amir's family is so much, friends and family network is so much healthier than mine.
We'll be there to represent.
Okay.
Whoop whoop. Boom.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
honorary
dude, nobody's
McKinnons.
gonna be healthier than me. Look at fucking.
We'll get Randy.
All right.
Randy, what's going on with you? Real quick, we got to get to your segments, but what the hell's going on with you?
Well, after last week, I've had a lot of life changes. Changed my job. I changed a lot of things. I can't really think of anything.
I understand that.
Yeah. Man, I'm just so excited to be here right now. I don't know what to do with my hands.
I know. I thought it was all over last week.
I know. Like it was like so gripping, and then it was like the time that remember whenever you kicked me off the show that one time because I got drunk.
Yep.
Yeah. Whoa, that's
we made a whole
floating.
documentary about that.
Yeah. I accidentally showed Kristen's tits to YouTube, I think.
No, they were yours.
Mine? Oh, well, thanks, Cody. Good at it.
Yeah, I took care of it.
I have a couple of jokes I wanted to rip off from Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
Those guys are
Okay, number one. How about those drones? One of them crashed. You know that had to be a woman driver. Number two, Trump is Times Person of the Year because nobody takes up more of our goddamn time than him.
Nah.
No.
All right. That was all I had from Saturday Night Live. That's all I can remember.
Some of those were all right.
Okay. All right. What are we doing tonight?
Oh, okay. Well, so what do you want to start with? Let's.
You're the producer.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to introduce this week's finalists.
Wow.
Dick
Right
of
in the dick of the week. Okay.
And here's our first nominee.
Man, so Dick of the Week is where we get some happenings from around the world, and we decide who the bigger dick is this week.
Yeah, they're really buried in there, Cody.
Oh my god,
it's down under Dick of the Week.
Okay, so we're not starting with read this cop.
Cody?
I hate this. I hate all of it.
Yeah, it's not in order.
Svetlana Dali was accused of sneaking on JFK flight to Paris, arrested again in Buffalo. Yeah, I remember this was a
What kind of woman?
stowaway, right? She tried it again.
What kind of woman?
A woman.
I don't know.
Oh, what happened to Cody's volume? Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Do I need to take that again or?
No, I didn't hear the first couple of words. You said something woman.
A woman. Yeah, I'm trying to find better
okay.
descriptors of her.
I thought you said Svengali woman. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, that's her name.
That was her
Svetlana
name.
Dali is her name. So possibly Russian.
Svetlana Dali.
Possibly Russian,
Yes.
definitely Eastern European,
Slavic.
where the most beautiful of women.
Okay,
come
so
from.
she had an ankle monitor and she cut that off to sneak into Canada.
What? Why would you want to go to Canada? That place sucks.
Philadelphia before that.
Philadelphia
She
sucks.
was on a
too.
Greyhound bus. Yeah, so she cut off her ankle bracelet and tried to get into Canada on a Greyhound bus.
Okay.
Well, she's probably trying to escape from to get out of the country.
Yeah,
Why
Everyone
is she
knows
trying
she
to
go to
escape?
Canada
57.
because she's got an ankle monitor. She doesn't want to deal with that shit.
Why does she have an ankle monitor? She tried to kill a CEO of a company?
No. She was a stowaway on a plane to Paris.
Do we have that story to talk about? Like, how the fuck do you get caught at a McDonald's?
Who got
Well,
caught in the
no,
McDonald's?
because that didn't happen
Luigi.
in the last.
Luigi.
We covered that last week.
Oh, we
It
did.
happened
Okay.
last week.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
All right.
and,
So we
and
got
you
a
were
woman
too
trying to sneak
closely
into
related.
Canada.
Yeah, so she tries to.
He's Albanian.
She doesn't buy tickets and doesn't have passports.
Okay.
Neither do I. That's fine.
I don't
Yeah.
see why this even qualifies as a dick of the week, Randy.
I mean, she's doing it.
Because she's
Stowaway.
defrauding. Because of her, everyone else has to pay slightly higher prices to get on that Greyhound bus, to get on that plane. All right, she's ripping off the system, and she's doing it repeatedly. And for that, I think she's a dick.
Can you ask Santa how much a Greyhound ticket costs?
Yes, it's probably $2,000.
It depends where it's going.
$2,000.
It's got to be
Hey
like
Santa, how long does a Greyhound ticket from Philadelphia to Toronto cost?
How long?
A Greyhound bus ride from Philadelphia to Toronto can take quite a while, my dear friend.
No, how much does it
Usually-
cost?
The cost can vary depending on when you book and the type of ticket you choose.
Average.
Fucking number.
On
Such an
average,
asshole.
it might cost about $70 to $100,
Yeah,
but
buses are
prices
cheap.
can fluctuate.
Thank you.
Can't beat that. And there's a bathroom on the bus.
and
Come on.
Wi-Fi and power. That's how I used to get between New
Yeah.
York and Boston. You don't even have to buy a ticket. You just show up with $20 and the guy lets you on. You charge your shit. You sleep.
it.
You know, check your email.
They got those Asian people buses that go from like New York to the
Yeah,
casinos.
the
and it's like $1.
Yeah,
The fuck you
yeah,
bus.
it's the feng shui
you
bus or something
bus?
like that. But I remember my friend telling me a horror story that mid-journey, the bus driver realized he was shorted by somebody or various peoples and refused to continue until the passengers corrected the balance sheet.
And they were all Asian?
I don't know if they're all Asians, but the guy pulled over and was like, I'm like $70 short, so I need that before we continue. And I was just like,
Can I tell a fun Asian people story real quick?
Yeah, sure. I'm not going to stop you.
All right,
I
so
don't have a gun.
a couple Sundays ago, we were doing family Christmas pictures, right? So we go to this place. This lady rents out a dance studio. We go to take our pictures, and our appointment was for 11:40. Okay, so we got there at 11:35, and the family that was in front of us was a very large family of, say, Hispanic people. And I guess the photographer wasn't expecting that many people to show up, but there was a whole ton of people. So,
so it was like a set for 5 people and 5 bodies, but it was like
and there's
like a dozen or
100.
something.
Yeah. And so 12 o'clock comes, right? Now we're 20 minutes past our appointment time. We're still waiting. And the next family, a girl opens the door, a young girl. She's like, is this where the pictures are being taken? And she's Asian. I'm like, yep, it is. And she's like, oh, okay, thanks. Then in comes this older Asian woman with her older Asian husband and their 2 kids. And the Asian woman walks right up to where they're taking the pictures, like a waiting room and then the studio. And she just walks right past us, right in there. she's like standing there, being really annoying and visible about being there. Mm-hmm. And so when they finally finish with the first family, they go, all right, who's next? We're looking for the Dickman family. And they're like, right here. But the Asian lady she gets right in front of us. She's like, I have an appointment. We have to go. We go first. Like she's trying to cut in front of us to go first. And the photographers are really nice about it. And they tried to use 2 different cameras at the same time, to do one side of the studio versus the other side of the studio. But then they didn't have enough flash discs. So they can only use one camera. So we alternated pictures. And then they only took like 4 or 5 pictures and then it left. They got the fuck out of there. But she said she had an appointment on a Sunday, which was ridiculous and a lie. And she was just being very rude and trying to cut in front of us because she didn't want to wait.
Wow.
Did you know they made a Christmas story about Karens?
That's a dick of the week. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yes. Karens?
Yeah. It's like instead of Scrooge, it's Karen. And she gets visited by, it's pretty funny.
That sounds amazing. Okay, what's our next
Warehouse
story?
workers' blood, sweat, and tears fueling Amazon speed obsession. Investigation finds. So what's going on here? U.S. Committee investigation has accused Amazon of shockingly dangerous practices in its warehouses. The report, which Amazon says is inaccurate, alleges a culture of speed that puts workers at risk and leads to higher rates of injuries. Are we talking about the drug or just moving fast?
Moving fast. So I've actually talked to a lot of former Amazon employees. It's weird how many former Amazon employees I've talked to in the past, and not one of them had any good things to say about working for Amazon. Like, there's no real full-time jobs. You're on a 4-hour shift, and usually they're at shitty hours.
Oh,
you have like these quotas and deadlines and all this stuff you have to meet. And yeah, that's why they're unionizing, because it's such a shitty work.
Doesn't seem great.
I did time at Amazon.
You did?
Yeah, like a couple of Christmases ago. I did 4 weeks.
How did you last more than a day? 4 weeks? Holy shit.
Yeah, I did 4 weeks. I was
puts a lot of steps on
doing a lot of speed. Yeah, it was a huge fucking building. And what I got annoyed about is I realized they were having me manage people but not paying me for it. Because you had to tell people, hey, don't stack boxes that way, you stupid fucking idiot. Like, or else your boxes would start leaning. It was a pain in the ass. And I'm like, I don't want to manage people for fucking $23 an hour.
It's now the jobs.
A couple Christmases ago, you were on the show.
Yeah.
You worked at Amazon. You didn't tell us while you were on the show?
No.
Okay. Cody, what's next?
Maybe it was like 5 Christmases ago.
Okay. All right. The show's only 6 years old. You weren't on 5 years ago.
Yeah, it was whenever I wasn't on. It was
during the day. Airspace shut. Oh my God. Pop up fucked me up. Randy, I can't read this. It's asking me for.
Damn it.
Hold on, let me just read
I tried to curate fucking good links. I went through
reports of drone sightings in the
week.
United States have ballooned in recent weeks. Is what I can read.
Well, yeah, and then it was that one of them crashed or stopped the airspace at the Wright Force Patterson base here in Ohio. I'm high as fuck. God damn.
You think a lot of this is just like people just seeing shit in the sky, just like noticing stuff now, and all of a sudden there's more drones?
Okay, got it. Drone sightings lead to airspace shutdown at Ohio military base. Okay. Boston. More suspected drone sightings in the eastern U.S. led to a temporary aerospace shutdown at an Air Force base in Ohio and arrest near Boston's Logan International Airport as elected officials increased their push for action to identify and stop the mysterious unmanned flights. So what could this possibly be? A dirty bomb?
Listen, the fact that nobody's really come out and gave any type of answer whatsoever outside of speculation should be cause for alarm, because usually the government is really good about telling you a bunch of bullshit to get you to shut up. Just look at COVID. So if we make it to January 20th, maybe we'll find out what these things are.
It could be aliens. That'd be fun. That'd be a fun story.
That'd be awesome.
I don't think I have that. I don't have the energy for that, boys.
I don't know, man. Like everything points to that simulation. Like we're nearing the end of the simulation game, right? Like,
and we got to tell that kid to say hey to that girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Which game is that?
Oh, no, my simulation theory is that ChatGPT 17, some kid said, hey, spin up a bunch of ancestor simulations and figure out how I can make the best opening move to this girl. You know, what do I say? And all we got to do is make it to that point and tell him, hey, say hey, awkwardly.
Hey.
And if he does that, then, we win.
I gotcha. I was watching this thing on like human history where they made this guy had a big calendar that he made of known human history from prehistoric humans and all that stuff, however describe it. But long story short, all the major time periods and all the different civilizations kind of like all happened around the same time. Like,
yeah, there was a sudden bloom of just like, everyone started writing shit down roughly at the same time without talking to each other.
We all started using tools. We all started writing things. It all kind of in different parts of the world. It all happened all around the same time, which is fucking crazy. But is that it for Dick of the Week?
Yeah, I got a button.
After much deliberation, the incredibly handsome expert judges have come
probably
to
the worst Dicks of the Week we've had.
This week's Dick
of
the Week award goes to
drones.
Yeah.
Rem's Asian.
The Asian lady who cut in front of us.
Cutting Asian.
Yeah. I like that one.
It would have been hilarious
if
she
good one.
cut in front of you by drifting.
Her son might have. He looked like a drifter.
Yeah, like
a drifting cat.
Tokyo drifter.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm very congested again.
I can hear it. It's so like I'm the seasonal affective disordered in me is just so irritated right now. But like we're still like I got a timer right here. Where are we? We're still 3 days and 5 hours. I'm like how can there be 3 more days that are darker than this?
How?
Oh, for when it starts getting
yes,
gets longer
the solstice is in 3 days, which means it's going to be the darkest day, which means the sunlight can starts incrementing, at the end of the days, which to me is the important thing. I don't get bummed out at like the autumnal solstice because everything is, colorful and fresh and alive still. But then like when I'm in like the bleak of it, it's just, when does it start coming back? In 3 days.
Cody, we have a real possibility to get rid of daylight savings time.
It doesn't
or the time change. Maybe really. keep daylight savings, get rid of standard time, but I think they want to go back to standard time, which is what we're in now.
Motherfucker.
I don't know how any of this works.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. Hey, I have an idea. How about we campaign to make a constitutional amendment to allow presidents to run for a third term? So we get Obama versus Trump.
No, I told you this. That's a stupid idea. I don't want to see either of them run again.
Yeah, but no, you could go down in history as the guy who made it happen.
And I love Trump, but I don't want to see this again. We just need a strong coalition of America First patriots for the next 20 to 50 years, putting us on a new direction. So, my kids have a place to grow up in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There's always
Cody understands.
Scandinavia.
He's in Alabama now.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet home Alabama,
nice.
Roll Tide.
What do we got next?
You had a question for Cody.
Oh yeah, Cody. Okay, so I noticed as I was watching a YouTube video before we came on tonight. It was the Y files, right? And this guy was talking about the missing 300 years theory, the phantom time theory or hypothesis or some shit. Basically, this has nothing to do with anything, but basically they allege that a pope just scrubbed 300 years off the calendar because he wanted to be the pope of the new millennium.
Sounds right.
I believe that.
Debunked or not, whatever. Yeah, it sounds just because, nobody knows anything from the Middle Ages, right? There's nothing. Okay. Anyways, I'm watching the video. What I noticed
people
is
fuck with the calendar. The reason we have 12 instead of 10 months is because of the Caesars.
Yep. And, they had to keep it in with the solstice and, the date, whatever. All that math seems so advanced for people back in 47.
Right, because
you know what I mean?
Like whatever year it is, it's not something that people care about. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what's the number?
Yeah.
Like what they care about is like how many days until harvest, how many days until sow. But you would, to find out what year it is, if you don't have a calendar yourself, would be to check with the church, and people just asking the holy man what year it is, like what revolution we are in around the sun is a
dear
weird
Jesus,
question.
Please tell me what year it is. But so I'm watching a video, and what I'm noticing while I'm watching the video, and I've noticed this in many videos that I've watched, where you have the one guy sitting in front of the camera with his background and he's talking about stuff, is that you have your stationary shot. Then all of a sudden that shot, nothing moves. It's the same camera, but it zooms in just a little bit. Then it zooms back out. Then it zooms back in a little bit and he says something else and it zooms back out. And it's almost like maybe for effect of a word or emphasis or something. But do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you kind of want to punch in when the person has something important to say. And if, you hire a good editor, he can do that in post. Or if you hire a good cameraman, you can do that, with your script. But I can see that.
When did that start and why do we do that?
It's probably for focus.
Fucking annoying.
Like,
it's really annoying.
You know what I mean? Like, I've seen that one, like, Instagrammer that's like, bring it in. I got a secret for you. He doesn't, you can just start with the secret, but like he wants to like have this intimacy where it's just like, hey, step in here. I can tell you. I wish I knew his name, but he like tattles like stuff like the Costco chocolate chip cookie recipes and shit like that. It was like, Brandon, I want to tell you how to make a
It's
cookie.
a special kind of narc.
Yeah. But I don't know when we started doing that. And I feel like I've lost the pulse of like trendy editing, because when I was like being an editor, you hide those cuts. You know what I mean? You make sure like they're not there and they're not jarring. But now it's just like, I want to be in your face. So like it gets, you know what I mean? Like you get zoom ins and hard cuts, and you know what I mean? It's more Family Guide, I guess. You know what I mean? In Family Guide.
Yeah.
Remember that
like
one time, Lois, I did this horse shit? And then it happened.
What happened to Cody? Oh, there he is.
Did something happen?
Okay. No, you like went blank for a minute.
I did a weird voice. Maybe it got gated out.
Yeah. But that's probably it. It'll probably show up in your thing. But all right, it was kind of jarring. I was just watching this guy, and I haven't seen it in a while. I think it kind of they might be moving away from that. And this video was 3 years old. So
hey, Cody, I have some news for you.
What was that?
You're Rim and I's main hope, so you got to stay up on the trendy editing.
I can't do it. It's weird.
It's just, whenever we do our Netflix series, like you're our guy.
I'm your guy. Great.
My dad called me today. And I've been telling him for like 3 months that, wrestling is moving to Netflix, but he hasn't been listening, I guess. So he called me. I was supposed to get in the shower. My phone rings. I'm like, hey, what's up? And he's like, hey, what is this in Netflix? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, the Netflix. What do we got to do for the Netflix? Do I have a Netflix? And I'm like, I've been telling you.
Oh, moving away from cable to Netflix exclusively.
Yeah. They're putting Raw on Netflix every Monday. And so I have to sign us both up for Netflix and teach him how to fucking get on Netflix to watch wrestling. And he's like, I pay $300 for cable already. Why I got to pay more? I got to pay to watch a Monday Night Wrestling.
$300 for cable's up there.
Yeah, I know. Cable's crazy. It's a streaming. All the streaming shit's becoming cable too. It's like,
yeah, we're going back to cable.
It's cable with extra steps.
Yeah, we're starting to go back to cable now, which is wild.
Cable with too many steps. Like, we got Paramount now because we're Walmart Plus members, because Walmart Plus is fucking awesome. You don't ever have to go into Walmart again. They just deliver that shit to you for free.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
All right. What do we got next? We got an ad read or something?
Yeah, Cody's gonna read some copy. Let me get your sound going.
Good.
Here we go.
Wait for the music.
Holy shit, it's the holidays. And nothing says family fun like sitting on your phone, ignoring your loved ones, and sweating over that one last parlay to make Christmas magical. That's right, FanDuel is here to give you holiday cheer and crippling anxiety you didn't ask for. Whether you're betting on the NFL, NBA, or Aunt Carol's pecan pie comes out burnt, FanDuel makes every moment a wager worth losing your mortgage over. New users get $200 in bonuses when they deposit just $5 because why stop when you can chase a lot? What is this copy? Remember,
Very sophisticated.
Don't interrupt. Remember, 'tis the season to double down, hedge your emotions, and shout at your TV like a lunatic while Grandpa weeps in the background. FanDuel, where the odds are never in your favor, but neither was your life. Call now. I don't think you have to call anyone for FanDuel.
Shut up, Cody.
Or
copy.
Don't. We'll find you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-WIN-BACK-YOUR-LIFE or 1-888-GET-MY-WIFE-LEFT. I got dyslexia today. Or 1-877-ODDS-ARE-BAD. Terms, conditions, and Christmas intervention may apply.
Cody, you don't know this, but back in September, I have a group chat with my cousin, and they've been gambling, so I had to get back into gambling, and I haven't done real gambling in a couple years.
This is pretty much like I succumb to peer pressure.
Yeah, I do, and so I started gambling again, and I found this guy, Cody Brown Bets on Twitter, and my dude was on fucking fire for weeks, on fire. Then I lost all my money. So then Randy talked me into playing again.
Is there technically a house in betting? You know what I mean? Is it the bookie?
FanDuel. So on Thanksgiving, Randy and I we played a parlay together and we won. And Cody Brown Bets. So I had some money to play. So Cody Brown Bets started a ladder challenge. A ladder is you take 5 days, you make a bet one day. The next day you take your winnings from that first bet and bet all the winnings to grow it until $500, $1,000, whatever it is. So we went like 3 days. The ladder, we were winning, right? And I had all this. I had this money in my FanDuel account, and I was all excited. And I made the biggest bet of my life for ladder number 4, and we lost. And I lost everything else. And I lost the spark. I lost the feeling. Like I pushed myself another $10 one week and 25 last week, and it's all gone. And I just don't care, and I don't want to do it anymore.
I remember when I can remember the moment the fucking spark of gambling went out in me, and it was on blackjack. Because like when you're bored as a kid and you know the rules of blackjack and you fuck around with like your cousins and siblings just playing blackjack, you only kind of remember the good hands and when you actually get the face card ace. And I was just blown away by the bias of it. Because you just think like, I'm good at blackjack. I get the ace and fucking face card to come up all the time. Or if not, I can get to 21 by hitting. And then you actually play it with real money. And you're just like, I don't win quite as often as I remember I do. AKA I lose about like 58% of the time, which is enough for the house to make money and offer me free booze the entire time.
Gambling sucks.
It's wacky.
I don't like it.
I think that there's
probably going to do it again this Sunday, but
there's like a gambling helpline in Alabama that's just 1-800-GAMBLE or something like that, which is clearly a trick. You know what I mean? Like people are calling that hotline for gambling tips, and then the operator has reverses it on them. Have you tried not gambling? That's gotta be
it's like the suicide hotline.
Is what?
It's like
1-800-JUMP.
Killing yourself yet? No, but I'm thinking about it. Well, you should probably try killing yourself and then call us back, and then we can help you. The suicide hotline is really worthless to a lot of people. I don't know if you have any. And don't ask me how I know this. There was somebody who I had to tell to call the suicide hotline because they were in a bad spot. Then they called me back and that was fucking worthless. Thanks for wasting my time.
Next time, get ChatGPT and Santa Claus.
That didn't exist at the time.
I like gambling. I'm up $2,400 in the last 6 months.
Where's my $50, you fucking asshole?
I spent it all. Let's see.
Oh. How are you?
How many vibrators did you buy?
Fuck you, Cody.
Like Randy's up $2,600, but he has nothing. There's nothing in his account.
Yeah, I'm negative right now.
Yeah, you're
Hey, I'm bouncing back tomorrow. I'm taking out a loan on the Jeep.
What's tomorrow? What's happening tomorrow?
I'm going to the loan office and signing papers.
Oh, another 260% interest loan?
No, this one's only like 30.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great. It's good terms for me.
30%. Yep.
Did
you pay back that other one that, cost you $7,000 to get $2,000?
Not yet. That's why we're taking out this loan so we can pay that one off. I shit you not. We still owe like $1,300 of that $7,000, and we just want it out of our life.
That's bad. It's bad, dude. All right, what's next?
Let's see.
Do you love art?
Oh, a return of the classic.
Love art.
Do you love
Who remembers the last win?
Oh my God. I love AI.
Do you love Jesus?
OMG.
Yeah, it was
love
Cody.
our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Then boy, have
I like
we
standing
got
up. I'm gonna do this more
segment
often.
for you.
What would Jesus draw?
Dance.
Okay, so here's how we're going to do it this time. Whoever goes first gets to pick between Grok, ChatGPT, or Leonardo as their artist.
Grok got free recently, didn't it?
Yeah, that's why I'm
All
using
right,
it.
you want to try Grok, Rim?
Yeah.
Let's see what the Elon.
Grok's awesome.
I've never used Grok. Let's see what the Elon wizard is doing with AI.
Okay.
All right, what's our topic?
I was hoping you'd come up with that.
What are we talking about today?
I did everything else for him.
You want to talk about
Jesus,
Jesus shooting a man in the New York streets?
Oh,
We could do that, or I was thinking about Jesus and drones.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I don't know if it's going to show us Jesus committing cold-blooded murder. Maybe Grok will. Grok's crazy.
Oh, you just replace Jesus with Rob Zombie after a shower. That's the
No, Jesus.
if you want to get around the text prompt, instead of saying Jesus committing murder, you say freshly laundered and clean Rob Zombie commits murder,
No.
and he'll probably do it.
See, because it's Christian, nobody has a problem doing like sacrilege with Jesus. Like nobody gives a shit. It's Muhammad. You don't fuck around with.
It is wild.
But I had Jesus doing a boxing match with Santa Claus in the North Pole. I was playing around with the Bing image creator a couple days ago.
Huh.
We should probably add music. See, we got. I think the folly of the last period of the show before our fight last week was relying too much on AI stuff. I think we just get back to the human here. But I mean, the art stuff's great. That's fun.
None of us are artists.
All right. So what do we? No. Jesus solving the drone mystery at Christmas. Is that we want to do that topic?
Let's just. How about we reason why there are drones with Jesus?
Jesus is the reason for the drones, and he
So maybe it's
the answer.
here.
Okay.
I'll go first. Santa Claus and Jesus drone racing with VR goggles over the New York City skyline.
Okay. All right.
Drone racing via VR goggles over the New York.
My kid takes racing on the Xbox so seriously that he drew himself the line of one of the chicanes at the Charlotte
That's
Oval
pretty gnarly. I like that.
so that he could remember what line to take. This place is such a mess. I haven't been down here since last week.
Okay, it's cooking.
All right.
Making 4 images. Holy shit.
Excuse
It's free?
Can I do mine now, or are we waiting? I forgot how this goes.
Yeah,
the Jesus
I can
art.
start typing yours.
Okay, so mine's going to be
Be right back.
Jesus Christ revealing the apocalypse, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. However, they are Amazon warehouse drones descending over Trenton, New Jersey. And actually, I had to blow my nose. Cody left. I'll wait for Cody to get back, then I'll take off. Cody took his headphones off. I think Cody went to beat it real quick.
No, I doubt it. Probably just peeing.
Oh,
Okay.
that was really good. Okay. What's
And
yours?
then mine is going to be make an image of Jesus Christ. I want to do like crashing a drone like Kobe style, but I don't know how to make that work.
Jesus Christ riding a drone and crashing into the side of a mountain with his daughter?
Right. No, we can't bring Sarah into this. Okay.
I mean,
No.
Kobe's the rapist, so.
Make an image of Jesus Christ riding a drone into battle against storks.
But crashing into the side of a mountain.
Into battle, but crashing into the side of a mountain.
There was this guy on Twitter once, maybe a year or two after Kobe Bryant died, talking about how great Kobe was and all this stuff. So I replied to him and I said, yeah, but like Kobe raped a girl. And he got so pissed off. Like he was so angry. It was like 15 different responses from him. Did you ever read the Kobe Bryant autopsy report?
No.
His penis got degloved.
Oh. What?
You know what that is, right?
Yeah, like you strip back?
Yeah. Half his head was missing, and his like a leg was cut off. There's a whole bunch of other shit. It was bad, but his penis was degloved. How does the fuck does that happen in a helicopter crash? How does your penis get degloved?
Yeah, that's
I assume you're wearing pants.
like, I'm hurting thinking about it. It's like the
Right?
time Huel described what the clap was like in the 70s.
And you use a book, you put your penis in a book and smash it down.
Yeah.
Bop. Squeeze all that shit out.
Man, we lost Cody for good. So I've got images.
Okay.
I'm going to put them in the live show chat.
Oh, I'll have to change my screen.
Cody. Or wait, no. This is Randy. Or no, this is Ram. Hold on. Let me back out. I gotta look at it again. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna do Cody's first. Cody. Rim.
Is Cody
Yours
back yet?
didn't turn out as well as I would like.
No.
And Santa Claus shows up.
Why is Santa Claus in mine?
I have no idea. It's Grok.
Okay. All right. While we're waiting for Cody, I'm going to go ahead and describe these. Cody's
I'm
image.
back.
Oh, there he is. Okay. So Cody,
Yes.
the images are in a live show chat in our Discord. All right. So Cody's image is Jesus and Santa Claus. His Santa Claus has typical garments, and Jesus has puffy sleeves like
I
Santa
like
would,
this.
but white vestments
It
and
looks
white
like
gloves. And
Jesus
they're wearing-
clubbed a seal for those sleeves.
Yeah, exactly. And they're wearing like Oculus headsets.
Very
And
thick.
they're
very
on
heavy.
top of a building. It looks like New York, and there's a drone behind them.
Yeah,
flying around.
quadcopter. And Jesus has
Yeah,
a very
quadcopter.
subtle halo.
Oh, he does. Look at that. I didn't notice that. Okay. In my picture, we have Jesus Christ. It looks like a statue. Like a
The scroll.
Yeah, I like that.
yeah. He's a
too.
scroll. His statue. The statue looks like it's made on towels. Like there's real texture to the garments. He's got 4 drones behind him, and Santa Claus back in the distance. That doesn't really look like Santa
Looks
Claus. too much. He's
really
on top of a
creepy.
building.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not the best. And then there's Randy. You know that that cowboy is riding a nuclear bomb as it gets dropped out of the plane in that movie. That's kind of what this is.
Why did
Jesus
that
is
happen? I
riding
was
a
thinking
drone.
about that. What is that again? Like he was trying to. Is he there to steer that bomb or just have a good old time?
He wanted the Kobe Bryant thing into the side of a mountain.
Yeah, that was what I was going for.
That was written down.
Jesus riding
Okay.
it. Yeah, but Jesus is barefoot.
But it's
Rich
like a
knows that.
mountain in like New York. It's like
a mountain that came up in the middle of Central Park.
yeah. I was gonna say that. Yeah.
I think next time I got to make a new chat each time I do an image instead of doing it all in one chat.
Is it like
because
building
I'm
off of
kinda
the
rolled-
first one? Maybe.
Yeah, I think that was my bad.
I like all of them.
I think for funnies, if we're going by funny, Randy. I think Randy
Yeah,
wins.
yeah.
It's funnier.
Because it's evocative
Yeah.
of strange love.
Yeah.
All right.
Great job,
Put that in the
Randy.
notes.
Randy wins.
I can't believe this. This is like a first time for everything.
So what are
I'm
we
sure
doing
you-
next
you
week?
rigged it somehow.
Write it down because I can't
Oh,
remember all the way until.
That's
next
right,
week.
Randy. You had to pick the topic. That's right. Thank you, Cody, for remembering the rules. Because
It's what you win.
yeah,
It's what's on the line every episode.
Yep. And maybe next time I'll subscribe to Grok and we can get better images.
No, don't spend any more money, Randy. Save your money.
It's the holidays.
Randy, pick a topic. God damn it.
Oh, I have to pick it right now?
Yes.
Okay.
So the audience knows
So-
what to look forward to.
Oh, okay. Jesus making cookies with the elves.
Jesus making Christmas cookies with the elves.
Yeah,
Alright, so we gotta do
so
this
like
before Christmas.
it's a bake off. It's some kind of bake off, like the Great Elf Bake Off with Jesus.
Holiday Wars with Jesus Christ on the Food
Holiday
Network.
Wars.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, thank you for pulling that out of the fucking gutter there.
No problem.
Jesus,
I'm a professional.
I think I just drank a year-old Coke.
It's
Well, how's the
delicious.
taste?
Not great.
Oh,
So my son is driving now. He's got his license,
wacky.
and I can send him places to go pick stuff up for me. I can also get really drunk or high and have him drive me
Yeah.
places, and that part is awesome.
Yep. I
Part
remember
is
my
not
dad
awesome.
fully cashing in as soon as he found out I passed my
Yeah.
driver's test.
So my son is one who likes to follow the rules and follow instructions, right? You throw a book of instructions at him and he will follow every single
I mean,
one of
that's
those
how he
instructions
got
to the
his
letter.
license, by studying the do's and do nots of the
Yeah.
road.
But we're at the point where we come to a stop sign, and the stop sign might be 6 feet from the intersection, so you have to pull up anyways. He comes to the stop sign and he stops, and then he pulls up a little bit. So I'm like, what are you doing? So when I'm driving,
That'll get
and
you
I-
killed in Connecticut.
yeah, when I don't do that, he sits in the front seat and he's like, "You didn't stop at the stop sign." I'm like,
So what? Like he's
"Motherfucker."
doing rolling
You could be a
stops?
state trooper.
No, he's stopping at the stop sign, waiting an extended period of time, then rolling forward and then going. Like he's taking too much time at these intersections. It drives me crazy.
Oh, okay.
And he
Get him a
criticizes
shock
my
collar.
technique. Yeah. Beep. Beep. Randy, we have any more segments tonight?
No. Well, I have AI out of context, but it's just that notebook LM thing that we made.
Oh, does Cody?
I was
going
gonna
to
play a little bit of that. Yeah, I was just gonna play a little bit of that. It's about episode 0 through 9.
Make it work, and that's the magic of their show.
This is wacky.
It's like that saying.
You wanna explain what's
opposites
happening?
attract, right.
Mm.
But what about
AI
your
is
show, the
talking
Rich
about the
Dickman Show?
first
Tell
2
us about that.
episodes.
Right. Well, it's
Or the
actually
first 9
had quite the
episodes.
journey.
Oh, how so?
It started with Rem and his friend Fit, who unfortunately passed away,
Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear it.
and we'll join after that. So he kind of brought a new energy to the show.
And it must have been a tough time for him.
Yeah, for sure. But they kept it going.
Yeah,
and
for
it's really
sure.
evolved over time.
In what way?
Well, they started out talking about gaming, mainly World of Warcraft.
Makes sense. 2 guys hanging out, talking about games.
I can
It
tell-
sounded better
Then
by
they started
radio.
I can tell
branching out,
he's
having more
AI,
general
I can't tell she's
conversations,
AI.
sharing personal stories.
So it became less about the games and more about them, their
Skip to the
lives,
point
their
where they
thoughts.
pick out.
Yeah, you got it. And you
Quotes.
can't talk about their early days without mentioning
I've seen those. The guy building a hut from scratch.
opinions on everything from
I don't know where they
professional
have quotes.
Yeah, that's probably at the end. You got to plan that better.
Yeah,
Why did
I
I hear
know.
myself? I'm hearing
I don't
myself. Okay. It's better. All right.
Weird.
We're going on to the next segment, which is our crank call of the week.
Yeah, who we calling? I
Pizza
can
Hut.
call whoever.
Papa John's.
Okay, I'll call my buddy that runs a Papa John's.
Okay.
Okay, fuck it. Let's see. Let me make sure he's not busy.
Doesn't matter.
What kind of weird crank call is this?
I don't know. It just came out of my mouth. I think we'll see what happens.
Oh, okay. I thought I was stroking out. It's like, we do this now?
Hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up?
Hey, you're on the Rich Dickman Show. You're being interviewed.
Oh, shit.
Hey, yeah, we got you finally. Yeah.
What's going on?
All right,
What are you
Rim,
guys
take
talking
over.
about?
All right. We have a question for you. All right. Hi, I'm Rem.
All
Nice to meet you. Randy's awesome. I'm glad we're both friends with him. He's changed my life in so many different ways. So you work at a Papa John's, right?
I do.
Okay.
He's the main man.
More power to you. That sounds awesome. So somebody calls and they place an order. All right. So like I call and say, hey, I want 2 large pizzas, 1 half eggplant that's breaded, and the other one full of sausage and meatball and peppers or whatever. Okay.
Sure.
I place the order. I hang up. Now what? Like, so do you take what you wrote down or put in the computer and start like, say, hey, this fucking asshole wants this shit to get it for him? Or like, what's the process next? Like, what happens?
So the order goes through the computer system. You pay or whatever over the phone. Depending on if it's carry out or delivery, whatever. And then we take the dough, sauce the pizza, make it, top it, put it through the oven, and then box it and deliver it. Or, if you come pick it up, you come pick it up.
Wow. And the crazy thing is, you don't ever talk to the store because there's like a call center.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it just shows up on their screen.
See, that's sad because a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I once called Pizza Hut doing crank calls at night. And I said, hey, could you tell me how the radio station gets the radio signals to my radio? And the guy who answered was literally a student at the community college and was taking that class. And he actually answered it for me.
That would happen
That's
if you called.
I appreciate that.
If you called this Papa John, for sure.
Yeah. Now,
it depends. I mean, we have a call center that takes the calls, but if you press a certain button, you can bypass the call center and it'll go right to the store.
Okay.
And you can talk to somebody that works inside the store.
Are you anywhere near Springfield?
No.
Okay. All right. Last question. And thank you for taking the time here. This is just a spur of the moment idea that just came up. When you make pizza at home, if you make pizza at home, do you make it the Papa John's way or do you make it your own way?
I don't really make pizza at home because I'm fucking around it.
You don't want to see that shit anymore. I get it. Like if you work the strip club, you don't want to see women anymore. That's why I get it. Totally understand. All right.
Hell yeah.
What was your friend's name again, Randy?
Oh, this is Krondon Mon. I fucking fucked that up.
Krondon Khan.
Krondon
Khan.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Big Dong. Thank you for taking the time.
Mr. Big Dong.
Being on the show.
That's right. Yes.
Randy, how much black heart have you had tonight?
None. I'm just high as could be. I got a pipe that I just found.
Like a actual pipe that you spark a lighter to, or
yeah. It's a good old Sherlock Holmes. I got a moon rock in it. I just saw.
That's nice. Wow. Mr. Big Dog, one last question for you. If we spin this off into next week, who should we call?
Oh,
I hate to throw that at you, like with no prep. So
we could always give. Oh, you remember? Man, what did Johnny Darko? I think you went by.
He's playing Call of Duty right now.
What about the who married you? Randy.
Oh, he's dead and buried. He died.
Do you know any people who work at Chinese restaurants?
No, I don't.
No. Is there like a conglomerate of local like fast food pizza shop owners in the area who get together at monthly meetings and discuss ways of business?
Yeah, I'm sure there are. I would assume that the franchise owner that I'm under probably does, but I don't think he would be interested in having a conversation.
All right. Have you ever met Peyton Manning?
No,
I
have not.
Have you ever met Papa John?
No, my old boss did meet Peyton Manning.
Oh, really?
And he got to ask him a question. Yeah. And he asked him, should I draft you in fantasy football this year? And Peyton said, absolutely.
All right.
Praveen.
Praveen. Who are you talking about? Your brown nipple brother. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
All
but
right.
actually, that one was old Dave.
I'm all up on the lore. Okay, Randy, we got to wrap it up. Thank you,
Okay,
Mr. Big Dong, for talking with us tonight. Have a
Mr.
wonderful
Big
evening.
Dong.
You're welcome. You have a good night.
Later. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
So it
Cody,
turns
what'd you
out
think?
Randy will just crank call a motherfucker if you just ask him to in the middle of a fucking show.
You didn't give a fuck.
Dude, yeah. Worst thing he's going to do is not answer.
That's what we do on the Rich Dickman Show, Randy and Cody. It's unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen.
It's wacky and
Next week,
wild.
we're calling a Chinese restaurant. And I'm going to ask
Chinese
the
food make me
Chinese lady,
sick.
why do you cut the white people when you get your pictures taken?
Oh, my God.
See what happens.
See what happens.
We can do
this
that
is like
comedy
my
again.
first Christmas in Alabama, and I'm realizing shit's closing. They write it everywhere, like, "Hey, we're not going to be open for this," but which is wild because in New York City, there's so many fucking Jews that there needs to be something open. You know what I mean? Like the Jewish maneuver on Christmas is Chinese food and a movie, and I'm realizing I don't have that backup option right now. I don't think, but I don't think
That
I'll
sounds
need it.
amazing. Chinese food
Oh,
in
yeah.
the movie.
That's what they do.
All right. Hey, Randy, let's wrap this one up now, buddy, because we don't need to keep the problem before was trying to extend the show when we didn't need to. So we're at a good spot. I had fun with you guys. It's nice to see you again. I'm glad we're on the same page.
It's nice.
Yeah, let's bring this baby home.
Cody,
Yeah.
before we do anything,
Yeah.
I want to say to you, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas.
Uh-huh. We might see each other. Are we going to see each other before then or no?
Maybe
someday.
we can work it out. I know this at this point, like my wife is going to be losing her fucking mind because presents and wrapping and all the shit. We got to wrap down here. So maybe if I have a few minutes, but maybe not. Randy, I'd also like to say to you, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas as well. love
You
you
have a happy
I hope you have a
holidays.
good one too. Fuck Hanukkah?
Yeah.
Fuck Hanukkah. Christmas.
We took this country back. This is Christmas. Okay, we say Merry Christmas in this house.
Happy Christmas,
okay.
Rem.
Happy
Yeah.
Christmas, my friend. All right. Thank you all for listening to us once again. I know it's everybody's worried after our episode last week, but here we are. We're doing
Here
it.
we are this
And,
week.
here we are. We're going to do some stuff maybe.
Oh, man.
I feel like every time I say we're going to be back on this horse, we just fight.
The horse just fucking bucks.
the horse turns to glue for some reason. I don't know.
He goes to the
I don't-
train station. It's Yellowstone. now.
Got this self-gluing horse.
Cody,
Download
is
the
Yellowstone
podcast.
is big down there?
Is what
Tell
big?
your friend.
Yellowstone?
Yellowstone,
No.
yeah.
What is that?
Oh, everyone's pissed up here about Yellowstone.
Okay. What do you have?
It's a
Cody,
show
plug your
about
shit.
Twitter. X.com. Cody McCann.
Boom.
Do it. C-O-D-Y. M-C-C-A-N-N.
I don't know what I at Randy Dickman, I think.
Randall.
Randall K. Dickman.
Does anyone have a blue sky yet?
Yeah,
I have
nobody
it
does that shit.
downloaded. It is downloaded, and that is as far as I've gotten.
It's for pedophiles. It's full of child porn and pedophiles on Blue Sky, so we stay away. We don't.
Okay, I haven't heard those rumors.
You can find me at
It's
Rip
a new.
Dickman on
It's a
the-
heavy one to drop at the 11th hour of a podcast.
If you have good insights into where I should be placing my bets, let me know. Send me a message on X or Dickman. I would love to gamble my money. I like doing it. It's a lot of fun.
Especially around the
I got a good
holidays.
UFC guy.
Yes. What?
I got a good UFC guy. He wanted me that $5,000.
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. Let's get me up on that. All right. Enjoy your holidays, everybody. If we don't talk to you before then, enjoy Raw on Netflix January 6th. If we don't talk before then, and we'll see you later.
Bye. See ya.
Boosh.
You guys should try standing up.
I need
a lot more energy.
Yeah, I need to go get my train on or something.
Did I tell you I've been working on my Trump impression? I've been watching Shane Gillis.
Oh, I'm sure it's awesome.
Just fantastic.
A lot of people are saying, a lot of people, that this is the best podcast in the world.
I don't know.
And they're right. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
They're so right for
Cut it.
cutting.
Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're going deep on just one thing, one single source. We're looking at episode 288 of a podcast. It's called Show Podcast Mediocre. And we're going to see what it can tell us, like what we can learn about American culture, maybe even beyond that, just from listening to this one podcast episode.
Yeah, it's really amazing how these kinds of casual conversations can really give us a peek into what's happening in society.
Exactly. So let's start by meeting the guys, the hosts of Show Podcast Mediocre. We've got Rim, Randy, and Cody. Rim is the kind of the main host, and it sounds like he's starting a new job. Pretty excited about that. But you can also tell there's some tension from something that happened on a previous episode.
Yeah, you can definitely sense some history there. Like there's more to their dynamic than meets the eye.
Right. No, Randy's one of the co-hosts, and it sounds like he's having some money problems. Mentions taking out a high interest loan, and he talks about gambling too. And then there's Cody. Cody seems to be the most grounded of the three. He just moved to Alabama, planning his wedding, and it's interesting how he seems to be maybe leaning into some more conservative views since the move.
That is interesting, yeah. Makes you wonder how, where we live and what we're going through, how that shapes how we see the world, especially when it comes to politics.
For sure.
Yeah.
And speaking of politics, they spend quite a bit of time talking about the 2024 election. And you can really hear how divided they are in their opinions, which honestly just reflects the bigger picture right now, doesn't it? It's like their conversation is this little like microcosm of the arguments and debates that are happening, all across the country.
What I find fascinating is they go from talking about the election to talking about UFO sightings in New Jersey. I mean, it's a pretty wild jump. They bring up these theories about dirty bombs, even Atlantis.
I know, right? It's you don't usually hear those topics in the same sentence.
Yeah.
But maybe it's all connected to this feeling of uncertainty about the future, It's like they're trying to make sense of these things, these big events that are both like intriguing and kind of scary at the same time.
Yeah. And then they even touch on this idea of vigilante justice becoming legal, which is, well, it's a pretty big deal if you think about it. It hints at this potential shift in how we view law enforcement and what's considered, acceptable when it comes to justice and security.
It's heavy stuff. It's like they're wrestling with these really big questions about how society is changing and what it all means. And it's not all, politics and global events. Their personal lives also shed light on some of the bigger economic trends that are happening right now. Like, for example, they talk about the rising cost of eggs.
Which, yeah, that might seem like a small thing, but it speaks volumes about the anxieties people are feeling. Rising food prices, that's inflation you can see, you can feel in your wallet. It's a sign of economic instability that affects everyone,
Absolutely. It's something we can all relate to. You go to the store and suddenly the things you buy every week cost way more.
Mm-hmm.
So it's no surprise they're talking about it.
And it's not just food. They also get into how much streaming services cost compared to cable. It shows how the media landscape is changing and all the choices, the decisions people have to make now.
It's not just entertainment, right? It's about like the value of your money, how far it goes, which is a big concern for a lot of people these days.
It really is. And I think it points to this larger issue of like, can people afford to be online, to keep up with technology in this digital age, which is kind of essential now?
It is, yeah. And this leads them into a conversation about technology in general, and specifically artificial intelligence and how it might change the job market.
Yeah.
They even talk about like AI-generated food, like chicken eggs.
Now that's where things start to feel really futuristic. It makes you think, what are the good things, the bad things about that kind of technology? Could it be the answer to food shortages?
Yeah.
Or will it just put people out of work and lead to, who knows what kind of unintended consequences?
It's hard to say. And it's not just about AI in this abstract way. They also talk about how they personally feel about technology, like how comfortable they are with Zoom calls and video chats, which is something we can all relate to, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, not everyone embraces new technology at the same pace. Some people dive right in. Others, might be a little hesitant or even feel like they're getting left behind.
It's true. And it's really interesting to hear their personal stories, their anecdotes, because it shows how different people see the role of technology in our lives, how it's changing, how we talk to each other, how we connect.
It really raises this important question, how do we manage all this rapid change? Make sure that everyone feels included and empowered as technology keeps advancing?
That's the key, right? And in the middle of all this, talking about big ideas and stuff, they also share some really memorable stories, like personal anecdotes. For example, Randy talks about working at an Amazon warehouse for a bit.
Yeah, that was interesting. It gives you a glimpse into what it's like to work for one of those huge companies and what it's like to be, a blue-collar worker in this economy with all the talk about automation and the gig economy and all that.
And then there's Rim. He tells this hilarious story about running into this really pushy woman while he was trying to take a Christmas photo with his family.
On the surface, it's a funny story, but it also kind of hints at these cultural differences that we often bump into, even when we don't expect it.
Yeah, it makes you think about how even in something as simple as like taking a family picture, there can be these misunderstandings or clashes, based on how different cultures approach things like personal space or communication styles or even the concept of time.
Absolutely. It's a good reminder that understanding different perspectives and being sensitive to different cultures is so important, especially when we're trying to communicate effectively.
It's true. And Cody, he mentions that his family is spending Christmas apart this year, which is a first for them. His mom's going to South Korea.
Yeah, it's a small detail, but it makes you think about how globalization is affecting families, how they connect and celebrate holidays, and how those traditions are changing.
It really does. It makes you wonder how these shifts in family dynamics are playing out in different cultures and across generations. It's a reminder that even something as personal as Christmas is, it's evolving right along with society.
It is. It is. And speaking of traditions that are evolving, have you heard about their Dick of the Week segment? It's definitely their own unique brand of humor.
Oh, yeah. That's what they picked the biggest dick.
Yeah.
Based on news stories or things that have happened. It's all in good fun, of course. This time, Rim's encounter with that pushy Asian woman wins the prize.
It's interesting how they use humor to tackle these potentially sensitive topics. It's like they're finding a way to laugh about social awkwardness or even to comment on these cultural clashes without getting too serious about it.
Yeah, it's like they're acknowledging that these situations can be uncomfortable, even cringeworthy, but they're choosing to find the humor in it. And I think that ability to laugh at life, to find the funny side of things, that's a big part of what makes their podcast so relatable.
Absolutely. They also play around with these AI art generators. They give it prompts like Jesus, drones, and Christmas. What do you think about that?
It's like this playful way of exploring what AI can do creatively.
Yeah.
But the results are, they're kind of all over the place, like this weird mix of familiar things and totally absurd stuff.
It is pretty wild. The AI can create these images, but they often don't make a lot of sense. It shows you what AI can do, but also where it falls short.
Totally. And then, out of nowhere, they make this random crank call to Papa John's.
I love how spontaneous they are. It wasn't planned, it just came up in the conversation. And it led to some surprisingly deep questions about, what it means to work and how we relate to the things we create.
It's like if you work at a pizza place, do you ever want to eat pizza again? It's a question a lot of us can relate to.
It's true. When you're around something all the time, it's easy to become disconnected from it, It makes you think about finding that balance between work and the things you enjoy, and how our jobs can shape how we view the world around us.
This episode is full of twists and turns, that's for sure. What's standing out to you so far?
It's amazing how they bring all these different things together. Politics, the economy, technology, personal stories, even crank calls. It's like it shows how connected our lives really are.
That's what makes this deep dive so interesting, right? We're uncovering all these insights about, American culture, the economy, even ourselves, just from listening to this one podcast episode.
It really shows that you can learn something from anywhere, even the most unexpected places. And that's what I love about these deep dives.
You too. We'll be right back after a short break.
Welcome back. Let's jump right back into episode 288 of Show Podcast Mediocre.
One thing that caught my attention was Rim's comment about the way videos are edited now. That zoom in, zoom out thing. Have you noticed that?
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. It's subtle, but it definitely changes how you watch something.
It's like they're trying to emphasize certain words, make you feel a certain way. Rim thinks it might be going out of style, though.
Yeah, these editing styles, they come and go. What's cool one day is old news the next.
Makes you wonder what we're being influenced by right now without even realizing it. Speaking of interesting observations, that story Rim told about the woman at his family Christmas photo shoot that was both funny and kind of eye-opening.
Yeah, on the surface, it's just a funny anecdote. But it does raise some questions about cultural differences, like personal space, how we communicate, even our sense of time.
What's normal in one culture might be totally out of line in another.
Exactly. And effective communication, it takes being aware of those differences and being willing to see things from another person's perspective.
Absolutely. Sometimes you just got to laugh at those awkward moments, though.
That's true.
Then there's that whole tangent about RFK Jr. They went from talking about egg prices to debating what's better for frying French fries, seed oils, or beef tallow. Like, how did they even get there?
That's what I love about their podcast, though. You never know where the conversation's going to go. It's just this stream of consciousness, but it somehow all connects in the end.
They even brought up RFK Jr.'s promise to bring back beef tallow for McDonald's fries. It's wild how French fries can become this symbol for bigger cultural and political debates.
Right. It's like beef tallow represents this nostalgia, tradition, maybe even a rejection of how food is processed these days.
It makes you think about how what we eat can be about so much more than just taste or nutrition. It's tied to our values, our beliefs, even our politics.
It is. And speaking of personal choices, their conversations about money were pretty relatable, I thought. Randy taking out that high-interest loan to cover his gambling debts. It's a tough story.
Yeah, it's a reminder of how easy it is to get trapped in that cycle of debt.
Yeah.
And how, Sometimes addiction can have these hidden costs.
It's important to remember that these aren't just, statistics or news stories. There are real people struggling with these things.
And it's not just Randy either. Rim admitted to getting sucked back into gambling because of his friends, even though he knew better. It shows how even the most financially responsible people can slip up.
It happens. Social pressure is a powerful thing. Having a good support system can make all the difference when it comes to money.
Their discussion about switching from cable to streaming, that was another relatable topic. Everyone's trying to figure out the best way to watch stuff, right?
Streaming has definitely shaken things up. It gives people more choices, but it's also created this, subscription overload.
You're always trying to keep up with what's on which platform. And it doesn't always save you money, especially with prices going up all the time.
It's a perfect example of how innovation can be both good and bad. We're all still trying to figure this new media world out.
And it's not just about the cost either. They talked about the whole user experience, like how it's different with cable versus streaming. I loved Rim's story about his dad trying to watch wrestling on Netflix. Hilarious.
Oh, yeah, that was great. But it also highlights the gap between generations when it comes to technology.
So true. Not everyone benefits from new technology equally. This episode has covered a lot of ground.
It has. And I think it reflects how complex our lives are. Their ability to jump from one topic to another, that's what makes their podcast so interesting. It's like they're painting this picture of American culture in real time.
It's a reminder that even the most everyday conversations can teach us something about ourselves and the world around us.
Absolutely. And those unexpected tangents, those random connections, they can lead to the most interesting discoveries.
Welcome back. We're wrapping up our deep dive today. And we've talked about a lot, but there's still some more stuff in episode 288 of Show Podcast Mediocre to dig into.
Oh, yeah. They always have some surprises.
Right. Like that whole AI art experiment they did. They gave the AI these crazy prompts. Things like Jesus and Santa Claus drone racing with VR goggles. I mean,
That was a good one. I think it showed, how creative AI can be, but also how limited it is right now. It can create these pictures, but they don't always make a whole lot of sense.
Like Jesus with puffy Santa sleeves while drone racing. It's funny, but it's also kind of creepy.
Yeah, it is a little bit. And then they make that crank call to Papa John's. What'd you think of that?
Oh man, that was great. It wasn't planned or anything. It just happened, and they end up talking about some surprisingly deep stuff about work.
Yeah.
And how we feel about the things we make.
Yeah, if you work at a pizza place, do you even want to eat pizza anymore? It's something a lot of people probably wonder about, no matter what they do for a living.
That's true. And then to wrap up the episode, they play this clip. It's an AI trying to summarize the history of their show Podcast Mediocre, which is hilarious.
It's like meta commentary on their own podcast or something. It's like this robot trying to make sense of these conversations they have and completely failing. It's brilliant.
It's like listening to a robot try to explain the meaning of life. But you know what? In all that rambling, the AI kind of makes a good point. Their show has changed over time. It used to be all about gaming, and now it's about everything. Life, culture, the whole shebang.
It just goes to show even the most random, absurd conversations, they can tell us something real, something meaningful about ourselves and how we see the world.
That's a good point. So what are the big takeaways here from this deep dive? What are we walking away with?
I think for me, it's a reminder that we can find these little bits of wisdom, of humor, of connection in the most unexpected places. You just got to be open to it, embrace the weirdness, and never underestimate a good conversation.
I think you nailed it. It's about seeing those connections, even when things seem totally random, and realizing that even when we disagree, even when we're different, there's this shared human experience that connects us all.
And maybe, just maybe, even AI is trying to figure out what that means, what it means to be human, even if it's doing a pretty bad job of it.
It's an interesting thought for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling, kind of hopeful after this deep dive. It's like a reminder that even when the world feels crazy, there's still good stuff out there. There's humor, there's connection. So thanks for joining us on this journey into Show Podcast Mediocre. It's been a ride. Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep laughing.